The theater of the unexpected, boxing, has its circus moments, and there was none more interesting than what we had anticipated earlier. It would have actually been on Friday, November 14th, when it was originally announced that Jake Paul was to take on Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, this would have been a so-called sanctioned exhibition. I don't know what that means. I just know professional boxing, and I know that they have exhibitions that are not professional boxing, that don't count against your record. Usually, retired fighters participate in that. Usually, it's fighters that need a little change in their pocket. But this was to be something totally different. But guess what? Gervonta Tank Davis, a fighter whose name is prominent in the sport, fumbled the bag. And so Jake had to find someone else. And he did. And just as Gervonta Tank Davis said about Lamont Roach when there was question about a rematch between them that should have been on the table, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. So I guess it works that way for Davis as well. Let's talk about what's coming up. It is being reported through most boxing circles that Jake Paul is going to commence with his promotion on December 19th. Of course, it's no longer Gervonta Tank Davis, but he has reached into the rafters and found a higher profile fighter than Gervonta Tank Davis. Yes, we're talking Jake Paul is going to get in there and he's going to face Anthony Joshua, AJ from the UK. Yeah, it's going down, and it'll be Friday, December 19th, broadcast on Netflix. This is going to be the steal of the year, where Jake stole the spotlight from Tank Davis, and minimized anything and everything that Tank was bringing to that promotion with him by reaching in and retrieving the former unified heavyweight champion of the world, present day Anthony Joshua. And Joshua is ready to step up to it. Apparently, this is going to be an 8-round matchup. And Joshua, who hasn't fought since September of 2024, when he was stopped in 5 rounds by Daniel Dubois, has been, according to reports, recovering from some sort of injury that he had surgery for, and he'll be looking to step back into the waters of the heavyweight division and hopefully get a chance sometime in 2026 to take on Tyson Fury in a long-awaited matchup between Brits. But this fight against Jake Paul, oh my goodness, it's going to be interesting because Paul, former YouTuber and now megalomaniac, where he has gotten to a point where not only has he done great promotions of self, his brother, and women's boxing, he's still in the profile and spotlight of how to get things done with leverage, popularity, and support. Paul will enter this matchup against AJ. He's 28 years of age. His record presently is 12-1. And he's 6'1" with a 76-inch reach. 7 KOs on his record. But he is known as the problem child, El Gallo, which is interesting. You see, AJ, like I said, former unified heavyweight champion of the world, his record now is 28-4 with 25 KOs. The 4 losses, he's been stopped twice. And we're looking at a man who is 30, what is AJ now, 36 years of age? And he is winding down a career. I had talked about him having certain opportunities during his career when he held belts that he should step on the gas and do certain things, otherwise the sport would pass him by. And not only that, but his contemporaries who are coming up behind. And that's exactly what has happened. So AJ now is trying to find a way to leave properly. If he were to lose to someone like Jake Paul, it would really be the nail in the coffin for him. Although he's waiting for that nail to come from Tyson Fury, whom said that he's retired. Now they're thinking that maybe someone will throw an incredible bag toward Fury to lure him back to the ring to face AJ. But I'm going to tell you this. Both of the guys are washed now and no one really cares. Maybe the people of the UK. But internationally, I don't think that's bankable because the two men had an opportunity to face one another years ago and neither showed any excitement or fervor to get in there with the other. So now we're left with the likes of AJ on exhibitions, not yet retired, but Fury is, and he's fighting in an 8-rounder, coming off of a KO'd loss and surgery. Boxing is truly the theater of the unexpected. And I'm not so certain that Jake Paul is going to lose this, because there's just something about this situation. Paul has power, people, and leverage. Could he have convinced AJ to drop a decision to him? Worse things have happened. But AJ should be favored in this matchup of whatever you want to call it, exhibition, real fight, scheduled for 8 rounds. Who knows? But yet and still, there's going to be people who will tune in because people love train wrecks. And I think they're starting to enjoy the conductor who's managing the tracks. And that will be Jake Paul. But what do you think? This is Stormy B Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what you think about Jake Paul getting in there with AJ. And do you think that AJ has anything left for his career? Will he be able to get a final deal arranged in sometime 2026 against Tyson Fury? Leave comments and let's discuss further. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.